questions from Mark Snyder from Press Pros with Jared Smalley on deck. Mark?
Chris, what could be going through your mind and the minds of your receiver?
Tomorrow.
Ohio State just got nationally ranked. You're watching other teams play. You didn't know if you were going to play. What's going through your mind, and how do you try not to go too fast to catch up?
We're just taking it day by day. First, it was tough on us when our season got canceled, but when it got reinstated, we kind of got back together, and it's a process. So, and we know we played late October, so we're just trying to prepare day in and day out, and just look at the bigger picture instead of stressing about it. So that's how we're taking it.
Next up, Jared Smalley with WCMH Channel 4 and Tony Girdman on deck. And feel free to ask questions for either Chris or Garrett at this time. Jared?
Thanks, Jerry. Chris, this is for you. Coach Hartline spoke about this a few minutes ago about your progress since the Fiesta Bowl, what you went through. Can you just walk us through it in your own words, what it was like to get over that game, what you did, how you turned the corner, how it will make you better? Can you just walk us through what the months have been like since then?
Hey, Mike, if they need to get dressed or something.
It was tough for me, especially for me. I care so much about this team, this university. The first couple of months was tough. I don't think I still got over it. I was going through it for like 4 to 5 months, especially during quarantine. Without that free time, I kind of, when I found myself getting bored and I was going through it, I just went to go work out. So I found myself working out 2 to 3 times a day, and just trying to take my mind off things and trying to play video games, hang around my brothers, hang around my family. But it was tough. And when we got back, I just wanted to try to get better every day and try to spread that energy throughout the receiver room and try to be the best room in the nation. So, I don't think I got over it still, and I still got that chip on my shoulder, and I want to show the world. So,
Well, Chris, every athlete has difficult moments. Anybody who's ever played on a high stage knows what that's like. Did anybody reach out to you in those days and months after in support and getting you to that point where you were ready to turn the page and basically be a better player for it?
It was a couple people that reached out, a couple of the coaches, a couple athletes from different schools, but I just stayed around my family and tried to receive their energy. My mom and my dad were there the most. My brothers are there too, but I just wanted to just try to get through it and just try to get better throughout the day, throughout the days and throughout the week. So.
Next up, Tony Girdman with Buckeye Scoop and Joey Kaufman on deck. Tony?
Garrett, your move to the slot, I'm wondering, did you how much have you been looking forward to this once it was explained to you what you were doing? How has that transition gone? How much did not having spring hurt?
I'd say it wasn't something I was looking forward to. It was just whatever, coach wanted me to do, whatever was best for the team. I was able to do that. So it started in the spring, and I'd still say I knew a lot because it's just a whole different position, all the intricacies of playing in the slot and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm getting used to it every day. So I'm just worried about getting better every day at the position, understanding coverages, stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited, to get in the slot, be a little bit more involved, stuff like that. So.
Next up, Joey Kaufman with the Columbus Dispatch and Dan Hope on deck. Joey?
Yeah, this is for Garrett. Garrett, have you studied any particular players in the slot or some film or somebody that you look at as sort of maybe modeling your game after, or somebody to kind of learn from that as far as playing that position?
Being able to see KJ last year, that was huge for me, and being able to learn from him. He's as good of a slot as he gets. But I'd say as far as NFL players, I love Devontae Adams. So, the thing with Devontae Adams is he can play inside and outside. So, be able to have that versatility, that's something that I want to be able to bring to the table. So, I say I watch Devontae Adams closely, Stephon Diggs, players like that.
Has film been more important for you to watch this offseason? Because obviously you're learning a new spot on the field and you're not getting the normal amount of reps that you would normally get in spring practice and early on in August camp.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more film to go with it. Just understanding the coverages. It's a lot less one-on-one routes and a lot more finding zones and stuff like that. So being able to read coverages and identify that before the play starts, and I'd say that's a lot of things I got to work on and get better at through film. So I've been working on it.
Next up, Dan Hope with 11 Warriors and Austin Ward on deck. Dan?
Hey, Chris, I think it was back in January, there was a tweet that said you were like the 10th best receiver in college football, and you quote tweeted it and said, not good enough. What do you have to do to be that best receiver in college football that you think you can be?
I feel like I gotta just keep getting better every day and just trying to help my team the best way I can. I feel like when I put the team first, the individual things will come. So I try to go out there and work my hardest on special teams and try to contribute as a receiver. I feel like it's gonna pay off when I put the team first. So.
And now that you're that most experienced guy in the wide receiver room, how do you feel like you've been able to
Say that again.
You're the most experienced guy in the receiver room now, so how do you feel like you've been able to step up as a leader?
Just trying to go out there and try to bring that energy every day and just try to lead by example. Not really a big talker, but when I go out there and work hard and just try to put my foot down and just keep going when things are going wrong and just trying to lead by example, like I said. That's how I lead. So.
Thanks, Chris.
Next up, Austin Ward with Letterman Rowe and Bill Rabinowitz on deck. Austin?
Hey, Chris, I know it sucks that we're giving you a lot of these questions about the Fiesta Bowl and that play. I know you don't like reliving it, but when you talk about going back to work and extra workouts and whatever else you did to prepare, how often did you and Justin talk about that play and maybe what could have been done different, or did you talk about it with him at all?
We never really talked about it. I think we talked about it once, but since then we moved forward and we're just trying to get better every day. Justin been one of the hardest workers in the building since we've been back. And, I'm up there with him, so we're just trying to take a step forward and show the nation what we could do this year.
And when you think about it, specifically, you said you think about it a lot. I mean, is it just a matter of not breaking the route off, or what? When you relive it, what led to that breakdown?
It's just a bunch of what ifs. Like, what if I didn't do that, or what if we didn't call that play? But it's in the past, and I learned from it. I didn't. It's just add another chip on my shoulder, and I'm ready to play. So.
Thanks, Chris.
These will be the last two questions for these student athletes, last two individuals to question, rather. Next up, Bill Rabinowitz with the Columbus Dispatch and Pat Murphy on deck. Bill?
Yeah, the first one's for either Garrett or Chris. How much are you looking forward to having contact practice tomorrow to getting that first hit?
I know personally I am, because the defense kind of gets the benefit of the doubt, all the benefit of not when we have practice on offense. So I feel like they get bailed out on some tackles, things like that. So I'm excited for them to actually make some plays, get more competitive and stuff like that.
And Chris, what about you?
I'm looking forward to it. I know we ain't put pads on in so long, but just get back in shape and like you said, put the pads back on and start contact and start real football. We're excited. So.
And Chris, you said, or Brian Hartline said that, if this season had been canceled, there was a lot of speculation that that would have been the last play, that you wouldn't have, you're ready for the NFL. He said, well, that's all talk outside the building. Inside the building, the assumption is he was coming back. Can you address that? Would you have come back if the season had been canceled?
Yeah, I would have came back. That's a guarantee. I feel like I couldn't leave as the last play. So I would have came back but we got the season reinstated and we ready to go. So.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
And the last question for these two student athletes comes from Pat Murphy and 24/7 Sports. Pat?
Hey, Chris, you've spent the last 2 seasons playing at Ohio Stadium and in the Big Ten. I'm curious, I know you guys had the practice the other day in the empty stadium. What is it like? What do you envision it'll be like this year with no fans in the stands? And how does that change things from a wide receiver perspective?
It's different. It's definitely different. I know a lot of players feed off the crowd energy, and but we got to bring our own energy. We bring it a lot in practice, and offense, defense. When we make plays, we kind of get hyped for each other, and it's all over the place. So I feel like we'll be ready when that time comes, but we just got to keep preparing and be the best on October 24th.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today. Really appreciate having you on, and